Are you guys even surprised at this point? Another red day for SoFi stock, down about 3% on the day. We're back to 20 bucks a share as the overall market didn't have a terrible day. I mean, yeah, the Russell went down 0.4%, the Dow went down about 0.1, but the S&P broke even and the Qs went up 0.25%. So it's not like we had a rough day overall for the market. It wasn't the best day though. I mean, let's not kid ourselves, but the Qs were green and SoFi just can't catch a break, guys. Down another, like I said, 3%. So we're going to break down the charts, do an update, and we have to go over some earnings. We got numbers out of AppLovin, Cisco, a couple other companies I want to cover. So hit the like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, my private Discord. I posted 2 updates today. We locked in profits on a trade, and I bought more of a stock. So if you want to see all my updates in real time, that's on Patreon down below. And now let's get into it, guys. So like I said, SoFi went down about 3% on the day, and a lot of that came in the beginning of the day, a lot of the selling, a lot of the pain, whatever you want to call it, right? We spiked in the morning to about $21.30. That was right around when we got the jobs data, I believe. Then we saw a sell-off down from open $21.25 all the way down to $20.15, pretty much a $1.10 drop. 5% there. So that's where a lot of the selling came. And then we pretty much coasted for the rest of the day. But this is not good for the bulls, guys, because with this dump off, with this red day, we're now pretty much erasing the progress from the last couple of days. We took out the lows from yesterday and from Monday and from Friday pretty much, at least, the closing price and that low from Power Hour on Friday. We broke right through that. So at this point, it looks like the bears are gaining an edge. Well, they haven't really lost the edge, but they're gaining momentum again. And clearly on this 1-hour chart, SoFi is not breaking out of this moving average, which needs to break. This golden line, the 180 SMA, we're still under it. We're getting rejected. This is not ideal for SoFi. And on the 4-hour chart, same thing. We're well under the 180 SMA, and now we're getting hit at that 50 SMA. And do you guys see why I've been saying, $18, $17 a share, maybe $16 if things get really ugly? I think we could get there, and that's what I'm waiting for me personally, to add more. So SoFi's not looking pretty, guys. It really isn't. And at some point, the day's going to come when we get a ridiculous snapback rally. We're going to get that at some point, but as of now, it's just rough. And this market is hating SoFi stock. That's the reality, man. And we're seeing, in general, stocks seeing a lot of volatility. Bitcoin, which is not a stock, but crypto has been hit. We're back under 68K on Bitcoin. It's at 1.7% in the red right now. The small caps got hit. So there's a lot of volatility out there, obviously. SoFi just can't catch a break. But overall, it is a good company. The company is doing well. They're growing. Record members, products, the whole 9 yards. We've covered the numbers hundreds of times. But it's just out of favor right now, the stock, and I think that will come back. It will come back in favor in due time. So with that being said, guys, let's pull up these earnings. And by the way, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, I don't want to sound like I'm begging for subscribers, but 50% of you watch the content and you're not subscribing. So if that's you, we're trying to get to 100,000 subs. That's the goal. It's been the goal for years. I'm going to need you to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for subscribing, guys. So AppLovin right now is crashing. The stock, well, I guess it's rebounding a little bit, but initially when earnings came out, the stock tanked. I guess it popped. Then it tanked. It closed at 456. It ran to 485 initially, and now we're down to 437, and the low was 407. We were down 16% from top to bottom here on AppLovin after the bell. So let's see what they reported. Adjusted EPS, or actually no, not adjusted. EPS in general came in at $3.24, which beat the $2.95 expected. And sales also beat $1.65 billion versus $1.6 billion, so double beat for AppLovin, and they see Q1 sales of $1.745 billion versus 1.69, and it looks like the top end of that range is 1.77. So they see a good bit of revenue higher than what the analysts were expecting, and anything else really. No, but I don't know. Why is the stock selling off, guys? I'm not an investor here in AppLovin, but it's like they guided up for Q1, they double beat, and the stock's still taking a beat down. So it's like, oh man, some of these stocks just can't catch a break. And AppLovin sold off into the print. That's the crazy part. But I don't know if, well, actually, no, the earnings call is definitely not going on now. It's 4:19 as I'm making this video. So this could easily go green during the earnings call. And it's beaten up so much, man. We hit 750 back in the end of last year. So at this point, if we get some good comments out of that earnings call, AppLovin could be a runner potentially on those good numbers, the double beat and the guide up for Q1. It could be a runner even though it's down right now. Let's see what that earnings call looks like. So Cisco also reported earnings. CSCO is the ticker, Cisco Systems, and it is down. We closed at $85. Now we're at $81.50, so we're down couple percentage points. That's after adjusted EPS came in at $1.04, which beat the $1.02 expected on sales of $15.34 billion, guys, versus $15.11 billion. So double beat out of Cisco. And let's see, they see Q3 adjusted EPS of $1.02 to $1.04 versus $1.03 expected on sales of $15.4 to $15.6 billion versus $15.18 billion. So good guidance there, and they raised their full year 26 GAAP guidance, EPS guidance, and it looks like sales guidance as well. So pretty good numbers out of Cisco. Good guidance, and the stock's getting beaten up. What is going on in this market, guys? But then again, looking at Cisco's chart, I mean, look at that chart. That's a beautiful chart. It was up massively into earnings, so this one actually makes sense. It was up 17% over the last 2 weeks into earnings. It looks like year-to-date. Look at this year-to-date chart, guys. It has been ripping year-to-date. So Cisco, yeah, the fact that it's down might not make the most sense because guidance was good. They double beat. But you got to ask yourself and be real with yourself and show yourself this chart and be like, oh, okay, it's up. It's up so much already this year. It's just selling off. It's a healthy pullback. It happens. A sell the news event is what this is. So I think Cisco will find support anywhere from 80 to 85 a share. I know that's a wide range. Well, I guess we're at 81 now, 82. So more so, I'd say 78 to 82. I think we'll find support, putting us right around this moving average on the 4-hour time frame. And I think overall the momentum will continue. The uptrend strong, fundamentals look good, guidance looks good. I think this dip will get bought up, but I think it might need to find a little support first. It's a falling knife right now, so keep that in mind. And last but not least, ticker QS. This is QuantumScape, which this company, the stock is down big time from the recent highs, and this thing was hot, man, and I'm talking hot last year, especially over the summer. This thing went berserk. I forget the exact, catalyst, but this thing was at $4 and it ran all the way to $15 by earnings in the matter of a month back over the summer. Then it saw a big drawdown to $7. It ripped all the way to $20 after that, and now we're coasting down here to $8 again. Little bit of a head and shoulders forming on this 4-hour. Pretty much played out, I would say. Maybe it has a little more down to go, but QuantumScape reported earnings. The stock is not doing much. You would think it would have been moving more aggressively in either direction, but QS is trading at $8.80 right now, pretty much right where it was at close. Yeah, really unchanged. And that's on earnings per share. Q4, they lost 17 cents. That beat the loss of 18 cents expected. And they're looking at CapEx $40 to $50 million for 2026. Very interesting there. And the stock did initially pop, so that is opening up a potential, breakthrough $9 here. It popped about 2-3% after the numbers came out, and the fact that we're seeing that is a decent sign, but I'm not touching this thing until it breaks out of this downtrend. I'm not looking to chase a downtrend here, and quite frankly, this would only be a trade. I'm not looking to invest in QS. Way too volatile for me, way too wild of a stock. But if it were to break through, let's say $10, $11, sure, we could play that. I'd trade that momentum, but we're not there yet. And the fact that we're breaking down here to $7 again, I'm not loving that. The trend's kind of breaking down. We have a descending triangle. So if anything, this might go lower by the looks of the chart. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm not touching it. I'm looking to potentially play it. If honestly on the short side, if it goes under 750, that'd be an interesting short. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Got to give it some time to go. That's ticker QS. And yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to earnings, guys. We broke down a couple companies there, went over SoFi. The overall market today was a little uneventful, right? Little red, little green, nothing much. SPY just needs to break through 698. We got rejected there this morning again, and it's got to break through 700. Obviously, we'll see if it tests tomorrow, maybe Friday, and the Qs need to break through 615, 18, preferably over 620. That would then bring them up to 630. I think we fill that gap. Then from there, 635, 6. Then from there, all-time highs. I think we're going there. Patience, guys. Patience. So that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up. Make sure to subscribe. Join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates every week. See how I'm managing my portfolio right now. We're investing $750 fresh dollars every single month, and we're moving money that's already in the portfolio, right? We're rebalancing, we're trading, options, investments. All of that is on Patreon. And there's a private Discord. Check it out. Link down below, guys. Pinned in the comments, or go to stossurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in there. Have a great rest of your day.